Folks, do not adjust your screens. I did indeed get a haircut. Alright, you delightful human beings, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka The Writer, and today, folks, do not adjust your screens. I did indeed get a haircut. If you saw my Twitter or my Instagram, which you should go and follow me on either or, yeah, I finally got my hair cut. So, long story short, my hair kind of got out of control. It's been a year since we've had a haircut, and I'm like, you know what? New apartment, new city, let's go get a haircut. It's been something I'd been pushing off for a little bit, so I finally did it. I didn't realize how short we were going to go, but you know what? As long as my hair is happy and healthy, that is what matters. And my hair grows back stupid fast. But I'm really liking this look, I'm not going to lie. But that's besides the point, okay? We're live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Look, I had to be a little shady and wear some Bengals stuff, okay? Look, I'm from Ohio. We're conditioned to hate Pittsburgh, apparently, for whatever reason. It's all fine and dandy, right? But the only things that I know that are going on tonight is that we apparently have the Usos defending their tag titles against the Brawling Brutes. And we've got Kurt Angle showing up, and I guess Gable Steveson, who we haven't seen in God knows how long, he's supposed to make an appearance as well. Wasn't the last time we saw him at frickin' WrestleMania? I feel like that sounds about right. I don't remember. But either way around, grab your snacks, grab your choice of beverage, get comfy and cozy. Now let's get to it. Alright, we got the cool blue lighting. Love that for us. Sammy's in the background just going... Sammy is a mood. I love that man so much. Honest to God, get you a hype person like Sami Zayn. I am more than okay with this starting out Smackdown each week, one with a match and two with a tag team match. Because why not, you know? It kicks things off right, and I'm here for anything related with the Bloodline or the Brawling Brutes. So, having them in the same match, in the opening match, I'm down for it. You know, I've been seeing all kinds of names for, like, Wrestler of the Year, but can we put Sheamus at least in contention? I find it interesting how we're calling him main event Jey Uso, which I get that he's, like, sometimes in the main event, but, like, he's in the opening match, so why would we start calling him main event Jey Uso if he's in the opening match and not the main event? Oh, nope. He did not get him right, though. Oh, boy. He was so close, yet so far away. What is Sammy doing at ringside? He's just going like this. I don't know what he's doing, but it's making me laugh. I'm so distracted. Speaking of distracted, we finally figured out what was going on in the crowd at the main event of last week. Apparently there were Buffalo Bills players, like the football team, in the crowd and that sort of thing, and that's what got people distracted. That's kind of what I pieced together from the interwebs anyway, and from watching the show, because they did point out that there were Buffalo Bills players out that way. So I'm like, okay, well at least this makes sense. At least it wasn't anything stupid. Poor Butch, he's just trying to get the tag in, but I get it. You want to make sure that that person can't get the tag in. The fella is furious. To be fair, Sheamus actually hasn't had a one-on-one match with Roman. I'm just saying, I'd like to see that happen. And Sheamus is running wild, and we love to see it. Butch has no chill, and we appreciate Butch because of that. I love how Sammy's like triple checking. He's like, okay, was that really a 2? Please tell me that was a 2. Oh boy, Butch missed. Oh no. I thought Michael Cole said whale instead of whale. Well, whale? Sammy's like about to go in there and take care of business himself at this point. He's like, alright guys, tag me in. I'll take care of this for the bloodline. Sammy has no chill on the outside of the ring. He's like about to pull the apron off. Oh my god, that was cool. That tag move was cool. I'm down. Alright, it looks like Solo and Ridge are fighting outside the ring. Sheamus has an opening, people. God dang it. What is up with these sneaky tags? Oh, but Sammy was holding back Sheamus. I know that we had the War Games match and everything, but I'd like to see at a pay-per-view or a premium live event or whatever. How about we have the Brawling Brutes versus the Usos in the steel cage? Because it's like, the Usos don't need the shenanigans to win these matches, but yet we're getting shenanigans every week. I get that we're supposed to technically boo them and everything, but it's like everybody loves Sammy way too much. And we all like the Bloodline way too much. But overall, pretty solid opening matchup. I mean, shoot, the first nearly 30 minutes or so went by pretty quickly, so I can't complain about that. Oh, thank God, we're giving our dude some time to talk here. Thank you. All right, let's keep it moving. This This image looks so dramatic. I love it. LA Knight demands justice. I mean, I'm kind of with him on this one because Bray Wyatt instigated the whole thing. Yeah, and how are those Pittsburgh Steelers doing, Cole? How are they doing? Can we just get like 30 minutes of LA Knight talking? Because that would be great. I think we would all appreciate that. Are there like no cameras backstage or anything like that? Or is it like a supernatural entity thing that's causing everything to screw up here like they freaking did on the feed just now? Great timing, Fox, to screw up right there. Love that for us. Okay, thank you. We're getting some footage. Love that. See, this is what I've been wondering this entire time. Freeze the frame. There we go. They literally froze the frame. The other guy's face in that freeze frame, he's like, oh god, we've got Uncle Howdy now interacting with LA Knight. Or at least that's what it seems to me anyway, because what in the American Horror Story is this? Okay, I missed what he just said, because quite frankly, rewind. The door is closing. What is he going on about? What door? Is it Bray Wyatt's literal door? You might want to bring some sage with the LA Knight. We might need some sage. This is like giving me real horror movie vibes, and I'm here for it. I gotta see what happens, but I'm worried that LA Knight's gonna just, get attacked backstage by Uncle Howdy again. Because we've established that's who it is, right? Oh, well, at least we got some new life kind of injected into this feud. Because I've got to be honest, I've been sort of like, oh, it's kind of slowing down a little bit, but at least it's moving again. We got Legado del Fantasma versus the Viking Raiders, and we're back to where we were a couple weeks ago. I feel like this entrance, it has potential to be kind of cool, right, with the Viking Raiders. I feel like, with the timing and the music, could be a little bit better, I think. Again, we don't critique any of the wrestling itself because I am not trained or an athlete in any capacity. But I always like to, we always like to find the room for improvement on things, right? Right. I love how they're like gossiping with each other on commentary, and it's like we have this like kind of serious match going on. Oh, great. Now we got all three of these teams somehow all mixed up. To no one's surprise. I mean, she's got the right idea at least. Just kind of sit back and watch what happens. I don't know about y'all, but like if I'm in the middle of a match and like I see somebody else's team's manager sort of just chilling up at the top of the ring, I'm gonna assume that their team's probably not that far behind, right? It's just that they just like debuted this little trio, or well, in some cases rather, like re-debut the Viking Raiders, but with Valhalla this time. I don't know, this just sort of made them look kind of dumb, because they just, like, went through everybody a couple weeks ago. In Hit Row, they just haven't been looking too great just since they've been back, really. Because, I mean, like, they've had a bunch of matches that have ended super quickly. This whole entire, like, three-way, like, faction thing is just beyond confusing. I don't know who to cheer for. I don't know what's going... I don't know who to cheer for in this whole thing. And the logic is an absolute mess. Alright, we need to see what happens here. We got LA Knight going around backstage trying to look for Bray or Uncle Howdy or some kind of clues. Okay, well, he found a t-shirt. Oh god, the lights went out. Oh no, he just shined the flashlight and there's Uncle Howdy, presumably. But he looks shorter. Did anybody else pick up on that? Uncle Howdy looks a little bit shorter there. Just grab the salt, grab the sage, just grab your candles. I'm just saying that once LA Knight's doing okay, we know that like he's like hopefully in one piece after that segment. Let's get the dude some sage and like a lot of salt, protective salt circle and that sort of thing. We've watched way too many scary things and spooky shows, okay? I got no shame. This is my moment. My worlds collide. I'm a little disappointed that Ricochet didn't even just show up with the cup, but it's in the ring. I love how you can tell that Ludwig, he's just like having a blast. Like he's just having a good time, like at that very beginning of the entrance. Still remaining serious, but, you can tell that he's having a little bit of fun. Oh boy, let's hope that this contract signing goes well. But I mean, that's not the worst thing, lead into for hour number 2. The first hour went by pretty quickly. Man, the New Day's like everywhere this week. They're on NXT, now they're on Smackdown. Ooh, is that a new nameplate for the New Day? It's got Super Mario Brother vibes. I'm here for it. Kofi's like, I know how these things go, and I'm like, yeah, you think? They're doing like the rundown. They're doing the play-by-play here. At least Ricochet has some backup. That makes sense. Wow, we're actually connecting things between SmackDown and NXT now. I love how they're just like going through the whole like wrestling contract signing tropes. They're like, yeah, we know how this goes. We've been there before. And then I like how they actually like explain the connection to NXT. And I don't know if we're gonna react to NXT tomorrow night or if we're just gonna watch it. But either way, I'm probably gonna watch it because of the new match type, and that's enough to get me interested. All right then. Well, that went a different direction than where I was thinking it was going. He's going back and forth between third and first person. I'm just getting confused. All right, New Day and Ricochet, they've got the upper hand going into next week. I don't think Ricochet is going to win next week, but at least we know that we're going to get a good match next week, and that's what counts. Wait, we're getting a tag team match? Since when? I missed something. Yeah, why is the New Day in a match the night before they're going up against Pretty Deadly? I think it's been like all tag team matches tonight, now that I'm thinking about it. That's what I'm saying. Why are they in a match tonight if they're going up against Pretty Deadly tomorrow? I mean, shoot, at least we got smart during the commercial break. We went and got the salt in case of Bray Wyatt shenanigans go down later on tonight, which could very well happen. I don't know, but I don't trust anything that's going on in that regard. I mean, I like how we're getting all these good matches tonight, but can we get a one-on-one match every now and then? Because I feel like the last episode was like sort of similarly, where I think we had almost all tag matches. Unless if everything's just bleeding together in December. We're trying to make it through. I mean, not as intense as Gunther's chop, but it's getting there. Oh God, when is the Royal Rumble? I feel like it's like way late this year. Let me fact check this for y'all. Okay, it says January 28th, 2023. Well then wait, how many days is that away from today then? 45 days. Okay, which is the equivalent of 1 month, 14 days, excluding the end date. So we got about a good 6 weeks or so. Love that for us. Dude, I love Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble's my favorite pay-per-view. I know I'm not even really talking about the match this month. We've gotten to the point in the reaction where I'm just, like, starting to get useless at this point. But here we are. I mean, to be fair, we've still got 45 minutes to go. Oh my god, I just realized this, but we still have the birthday celebration for Kurt Angle later tonight as well. I mean, was that, like, sort of just a backstage thing, or is he getting, like, his own thing at the end of the night? Ricochet, that's not going to be the first chop that you're going to have in the next week. Because you still got next week to get through. Oh my god, BT Sport just tweeted the greatest tweet that just says, "Poor Michael Cole is always in shambles." And how is Ricochet going to last next week? Oh, well, that explains it. He just countered the power bomb. I like this little trio that we got going on with the New Day and Ricochet, though. I'm exhausted from watching tag team matches at this point. Overall, this was a good match. I wish that it was just, like, more than just tag team matches. I'm hoping that we just get a singles match at some point in the show, but with only 30 minutes left or so to go, and we got the Kurt Angle birthday celebration thing, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get that or not. What is he going on about Sammy's hair about? I mean, shoot, I would know a thing or two about getting a haircut. It's okay, Sammy. I lost several inches of my hair, and I think I turned out okay, right? Doesn't hurt to clean yourself up a little bit, but poor Sammy. It's like, the dude won War Games for you, Jay. Come on. He's allowed to, like, let himself go for a week or two. He's got a full week. He's got a full week to decide if he wants to, trim up the beard and the hair and stuff. Kross, you drew the card last week on Rey Mysterio. I mean, Kross kind of did come to SmackDown, too, for a new beginning, if you kind of think about it. They both sort of did. I love how we go from, like, last week Kross is, like, what the freaking borderline tarot card reading thing, to now just, like, here, let's have a heart-to-heart chat while you're, like, getting your leg checked out. I love how the security was right there sensing something. Look at the security guards. They get an A+ on this episode for actually trying to do stuff. This was certainly something else, but hey, I mean, we have a Rey Mysterio sighting. I still want to know where all that's gonna go. Another freaking tag team. Oh my god. We had another freaking tag team match, players. Are we sure Teddy Long's not in charge of the show again? But I'm actually interested in this one because, I mean, we have Liv and Tegan. They've never been a team before. And I like Shayna just going in there and destroying people. And It's, good to see Ronda back too. I'm just hoping that they let this feud kind of simmer and let Ronda simmer in a feud for a little bit because, like, if she has, like, a story or, like, a feud going on, that's, like, some of her best stuff. I like how excited the crowd got right there for Tegan as she was getting the crowd all fired up. See, this would be a standalone feud that I would like to see because, like, Tegan's got the backstory of, like, fighting for her dreams and just fighting for her career and fighting through injuries. And, like, Ronda, she's, like, the MMA fighter background and everything. Fighter versus fighter, but in different ways. See, that's a nice little story that we could build up here. Oh, she got the tag into Liv. We got Shayna and Liv now in the match. Again, I think it's been all tag matches all night. Okay, well, Raquel's randomly popping up. I know that, like, she got, like, injured from Ronda and Shayna and everything, but this is kind of random. Again, they're sort of making the bad guys, like, look kind of dumb on this episode. I don't know. Like, I wish we could have gotten, like, Tegan in, like, a regular singles match, maybe against Shayna, because I feel like that could have made some sense. I got no idea, but I mean, it did what it needed to accomplish, right? Right? Well, either way, I want to see what happens next because I'm like, if we have Shotzi, Raquel, Liv, and Tegan versus Shayna and Ronda, I don't know about y'all, but like, I don't know. It just doesn't add up necessarily. Because I'm like, I get that Ronda and Shayna could probably take out everybody by themselves, which maybe that's what they're going for here. I'm interested to see where everything's going to go. I'm hoping that things start adding up soon. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Poor Kurt, he couldn't even get a single word in on his birthday celebration. Chad, Otis isn't wearing any pants. What do you mean by formal code? I will say this, though. I'm totally okay with us getting a Chad Gable and Kurt Angle interaction. I'm here for it. They've had, like, these backstage segments kind of throughout the night, too, and they had this really adorable moment with Jason Jordan with the #1 dad card. Oh my god, that was great. Hey, don't go after the cake. The cake looks good. Well, we got a few minutes left in the show, so I'm sensing a swerve. He just said if you're gonna eat all that cake, you're gonna need all the milk. Oh my god, are they really bringing the milk truck back? No way! Oh, this is great. The callback we don't deserve. See, this is when nostalgia makes sense, when it's like lighthearted and fun. I mean, not nearly as fun, unless if you got the hose out there, but the sentiment really just hit Otis in the stomach. Otis's reactions are great. Although that's gotta hurt though, because I'm like, they've gotta be chucking those things pretty fast. Oh my god, they got the milk hose. This is great. This is great. Well, this is certainly a way to end the show. Again, another tag teamy kind of segment, but I'm like, I'm not mad at this. Because at least this was entertaining. Although, like, we haven't seen Gable Steveson since, like, what, WrestleMania or something? We haven't seen this dude in, like, ages. So it's like, I don't know, y'all. I get that they're trying to get him on TV and it makes sense to put him with Kurt Angle and everything. I get that this was sort of a harmless segment, but it's like, I totally forgot about the dude. That he was still with WWE. I totally forgot, y'all. But I had a good time watching that last little segment. It was harmless. It was fun. We got a nice little callback. And we got to have Kurt Angle and Chad Gable sort of have a little interaction, which was quite lovely. So, that alone I can't complain about. Plus, we got the milk truck back, so that was nice. Alrighty, so final thoughts on this week's SmackDown. Overall, this week was Tag Team Mania. We had basically, I think, nothing but tag team matches this week. And on one hand, I really do like tag teams. I like tag team wrestling. I like tag team matches. But some of them were just, like, not making much sense at all to me. With the Rey Mysterio and Karrion Kross segment, too, I'm interested to see where that's going to go because it could open up a new level to Karrion Kross and, maybe help Ray tackle some of those, like, things that he's kind of been ducking and avoiding, right? I think that could get interesting. I'm interested in seeing where that goes. I'm interested in the LA Knight and Bray Wyatt situation. And I thought overall this week was a pretty serviceable episode. The first hour flew by pretty quickly, so I can't complain about that. But then the second hour kind of slowed down a little bit. I think once we were starting to notice that it was going to be a lot of, like, the tag team stuff. I think after the contract signing, I think was when it was starting to slope down for me a little bit. But at least the ending of the show was kind of fun with the Kurt Angle birthday stuff. I thought that was kind of fun. Kind of a lighthearted way to close out the show, right? But overall, this week was okay. Not bad, not great. but it was still pretty good. We had some stuff that got furthered along and that sort of thing. So, on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you get notifications around here, that sort of thing. So, on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one. Michael Cole literally said, and you can see him, referring to John Cena. Oh! The way he just said it, just so, like, as a matter of fact, was perfect. We appreciate you, Cole. That was gold.